Alright, good evening everyone. Welcome to another episode of Token Talk. So tonight what we're going to be talking about is Cull coins, and we're going to get into what those are, and we're going to talk about coin grading, and then we're going to talk about why I like Cull coins. So these are Cull coins. So these are actually old draped bust large cent coins. So I guess the first thing to do here is give the definition of cull, because this is something that I've seen, numerous times on eBay, and then I see what they're referring to, and it kind of makes sense, what it means, but so I'm going to give a couple definitions here. So it says to select from a large quantity obtained from a variety of sources. And then in biology, culling is the process of segregating organisms from a group according to desired or undesired characteristics. Okay, so that's sort of the general definitions. Now, I'm on coins.thefuntimesguide.com. So they have a nice article here about cull coins. So they say, in general, cull coins are circulated coins that are worn or damaged beyond the typical standards or desires of most coin collectors. Refer to any coin that is well worn in a grade lower than about good 3 to good 4. Culls are worn to the point that only the major design details are visible, like the outline of a head, silhouette, and other significant surface features. Not all cull coins are identified as such because of wear alone. A good number of coins are categorized as culls because of extensive damage, such as heavy gouges, whatever. So, yeah. So that's what they are. Most common types: any that are not considered up to general collectible standards. Any coin that is excessively worn or damaged beyond ordinary collectability. So, those are the definitions. Okay. So let's take a look here at these. So as you can see, they're super worn. You can barely see what's on them. You can kind of tell it's like the silhouette of a lady or somebody there. The one on the front right there is really pitted. It looks like the planchet is basically deteriorating. Right above that one, you can see there's a hole in that one, like the second one up. And they're just really worn, and you can barely see what's on them. Let's go to this other image here. So these are all, 3 out of the 4 of these have holes in them. The one on the lower left is just really discolored and just, they look junky. Coin grading scale. So remember, they were saying that, where did that definition go here? Gotta go back to the Fun Times Guide here for a minute. Yeah, a grade lower than about good 3 to good 4. So up here, these are Washington quarters. So AG3 there, that's about good 3. That's the lowest condition that they even list on their scale. And as you can see, excuse me, that these are way worse than AG3, you know. Way worse condition. So, I mean, that's a good illustration of Cull coins, you know. But yeah, coin grading is a very interesting thing. This image is from silvercoins.com, so they make some nice images. But let's go back to this other thing here. Coin grading. I'm just going to run through these here really quick. Poor, barely identifiable, possibly damaged, must have a date and mint mark if used otherwise. This is from the Spruce Crafts. Now I'm reading off of. Fair, worn, almost smooth, but lacking the damage a coin graded pour usually has. Good, heavily worn. Very good, very worn, but all major design elements evident. Fine, very worn, but wear is even. I mean, you can find this. I'm not going to go through all these. There's a lot of them. They're referring to, what is this? Sheldon scale. Sheldon scale ranges from a grade of poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70. So, I mean, with tokens, you'll definitely see some stuff that's graded. And I think, you know, when it comes to the price, obviously, you know, the better the condition, the higher the price. What else was I going to say about this? Coin grading. I want to read what they have to say about this. Okay. Remember, coin grading is not an exact science. It is an opinion based upon a standard definition that most coin dealers and numismatists would agree with. So, right there it says it. It's an opinion. It's subjective. Grading is subjective. And that's what you'll see a lot of these eBay listings say. It'll say, you know, you grade it yourself based on the pictures. And that's kind of a good way to do it, because with tokens, honestly, I mean, they are hard to grade, you know, because they're not normal currency, and they're not as documented, and they're not as popular, and they're just more of like a, I don't know, it's more of like a specific category, you know, exonumia. But I mean, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, just a little bit of introduction here on coin grading, a little bit of talking about Cull coins, and now let's talk about why do I like Cull tokens. Okay. Well, number one is the price. You can actually get old tokens that are actually pretty cool that have problems with them for a pretty fair price sometimes, you know. Let's say it has a hole in it, you know, that's considered a Cull token, you know. Or the planchet might be all damaged, or it might be super worn, or it might have a super dark patina on it. You know, I mean, when I collected tokens a lot back in 2017, the majority of the ones that I had, honestly, they were all Cull. You know, they were all either super worn or they were really dark patina. I mean, I had a couple nice ones, but I mean, the nicer they were, the more expensive they were, because it comes down to eye appeal, and it comes down to desirability. And like this was saying before, you know, with collectability or whatever, you know, this Fun Times guide is, you know, they have a pretty nice little write up here. You know, it's the Cull coins. They're worn or damaged beyond the typical standards or desires of most coin collectors. So that means most people aren't going to like it. They're not going to want it because they think it's junk. So for a collector like me, or whoever, you actually have the opportunity to possibly buy some of these things where, I mean, to me it's like, well, if I can see enough of it to make out what it is, and it still looks cool to me, because, like, in my opinion, I kind of like the darker patinas, and I mean, I kind of like some of the damage. I mean, I don't really mind it. I don't mind the nicks and the dings and stuff like that. I mean, within reason. I mean, it's still got to look cool to me. I mean, there's some stuff on there that basically, should be in the garbage, um but yeah, I mean, there's Cull tokens on there that I think are cool, and if they're reasonably priced, usually there's not as much interest, and you can actually maybe get those ones, versus if you're trying to bid on something that's super good condition and it looks amazing, and that's going to have a ton of bids on it, and it's going to be super expensive usually. So something to keep in mind. So yeah, that was a little rundown of Cull tokens. I hope you like it. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye bye.